Recently, I was with two of my friends hanging out at one of their houses, just relaxing and enjoying the moment. School had just let us out and we were avoiding doing our homework as usual. We decided to go down to this pier near my friend's house and just chill down there for a minute. Well, honestly, we just went down there for a vape and a jewel. But that's just normal for us, really. We'd always do this, and we all know it's bad. We just enjoy the feeling. Anyways, we were down there for about 20 minutes just relaxing now and decided to start walking around. And then one of my friends said, "Hey, should I ask this kid for some weed?" And of course we said, "Do it!" or something stupid like that. We all walked down to his house and he knocked on the door, considering that the other kid and I don't really know him too well. But I'm friends with the people that are his friends, so I thought he was a good kid. And honestly, I still kinda do. Well, the kid went inside and grabbed the bong. Me and my friends were outside waiting anxiously. And honestly, I was kinda scared, but excited. Well, we go into the kid's backyard and he lights up the bong. And one kid takes a hit. He was good at it, just was like always coughing. My other friend whose house we were at took a smaller hit and just started coughing. Then he asked if I wanted to take a hit. And I wanted to say no, but I didn't really want to look like a goody two-shoes or something stupid in front of my friends. Nobody pushed me to do it, just I would have felt out of place if I didn't. Well, I go over and I just take a hit. I've never hit a bong before, but I'm familiar with weed. I blew out a large cloud and everyone looked pretty happy, and I didn't really feel anything at first. Then I was next to this car and I started to feel a little lightheaded, so I laid on the car. Then, this is where things started to get a little woozy. I started to see like black circles around the middle of my vision. I guess you could say. And then everything just felt heavy. And I almost fell, but I kept my balance. Then they started to notice how I was. Someone said, "Yo, he's smacked." And I started to laugh, or at least try to laugh, but I couldn't really manage it. Then I started to try and walk to the steps and try to sit down. Well, everything just stopped for me. All I saw was a light brown color. Then I couldn't hear or think or anything. I couldn't tell what was happening. I started panicking. This isn't real. This is a dream. I kept telling myself over and over again. I thought I was actually dead. This shouldn't happen to people. It's just weed. Like, this has never happened. But it did. And I couldn't stand it. It felt like a game. Yes, I know how that sounds, but it felt like some sort of Guitar Hero game where I had to touch these 3 balls running at me. And that wouldn't make me choke. I was just gagging that entire time, apparently. From what I was told, I wasn't even shaking or anything. I was like rocking back and forth, humming some old song very slowly, and then gagging over and over again. It felt like hours when it happened. Now it feels like seconds passed. I was out for 20 minutes, is what I was told. I honestly didn't know. Then I just stopped gagging. I stopped everything. I felt again. I could hear, I could feel them freaking out. Then while they were talking, I just said with all my effort, "Hey, what's good?" Like everything's normal. My friend asked if I was joking, which was a stupid question, but instead of saying it, I started to throw up blood. Like, straight blood. I thought I was dying. They got me up and told me how they were going to take me to a street corner, and my one friend was gonna call his mom, and my other friend left. Yes, it seems awful right now, but he was also tripping, and he was just doing a little better than me right there. He went home, and I don't know what happened. We just started to walk to the street corner. And a few seconds, I'd stop and throw it some more. I felt so cold. I was about to break down crying, but I didn't see a point in it. We get to the corner and my friend's mom came after 5 minutes and started asking if we took anything. Obviously, we said no. Then we called 911 and then my dad. He started freaking out, but who can blame him? He came and they checked on me and instantly put me in a stretcher. I felt safer now. I might live. But all that really was in my mind was my friend. Not the one who saved me, not the one who left, but my friend whom I love. So much that I might die. That I might never see her again. I wouldn't have gotten even to say goodbye. Nothing. She just would have... Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. We were on our way to the hospital and honestly, I can't remember anything almost. They put like a throw-up bag thing around me to keep it in there, and I just hated the thought of throwing up and getting it all over my clothes. I care more about how I looked then than how I am, honestly. I couldn't care though. It felt like 5 minutes until we got to the hospital, and I was in a room instantly. Apparently it was like 30 minutes because all of the hospitals near me were filled, so we had to go far into the city where we could get a room, and they gave me everything from little pills to Narcan. I couldn't remember anything. I remember hearing my grandmother yelling at a nurse, which I laughed at. I honestly love her with everything. Then it just felt like within 5 minutes I was home, in my room. I was fine, nothing was wrong. I just thought that the worst nightmare I've ever had. But then I moved my arm a teeny bit and I realized that I had all the sticky stuff on me. It was all real. I almost lost everyone. That really happened. And then the next day, I'm completely fine. I went to school after missing 1 day and everyone had freaked out. People really did care that I was almost gone. Now though, people are telling me that I've changed since this happened and I'm not the same. And honestly, I know that's what scared me the most. I feel like I lost a part of me and I'll never get it back. None of this happened because of peer pressure. None of this happened from a lifelong problem. It happened from a split decision that almost cost my life. Please, just never try to be someone you're not. I wish nobody would ever have to go through that, ever. And yes, it was marijuana, not K2 or spice. It wasn't laced with anything, just straight weed with dabs, is what I was told.